a block and either a ring or a strap. I'm wiping off my sweat from the last class so I can not slip over my mat. Okay, let's find our breath. I know I need to. You find a comfortable position. You can go in your half lotus pose. If you want to, try to practice your lotus pose where you have your feet like both on top of your lap, and maybe you want to sit onto a block. If you are doing that, it just helps even everything out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float it down. Inhale up. Exhale, float it down. Move your head with your breath if you want to. Good. We're going to start adding a twist into this. So next time that you come up, twist, let the arms come down to one side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Just move with your pace. You can take a little bit longer on the twist if you want to. I love working with the breath because you can change your breath, you can change your mood with your breath, you can change your heart rate just by changing your breath, choosing to slow down or speed up, just for whatever mood or situation is appropriate. All right, 2 more each way, and then we're going to stay in our twist. And the next time that you're in a twist, whatever side you're on, stay there, and then just keep breathing, focusing on your exhalation, twisting into this. Trying to keep your spine nice and long. Three more deep breaths. Keep focusing on the exhalation, twisting even your eyeballs. And when you're ready to inhale, bring those arms up and just go your other way, arms coming down, twisting, focusing on the exhalation. That inhalation's naturally going to come. Three more deep breaths here. And on your exhalation, gently unwind. You can take yourself out of your seated pose and start finding a tabletop position on the center of your mat. And just round and arc through the cat-cow, just continuing that breath work. We're gonna be breathing the whole class, obviously. But so the whole class, I want you to be thinking about your breath, consciously breathing through your movements. And typically I like to inhale into my cow and exhale into my cat. That inhalation through the cow helps fill up the whole front body with breath. But you do have lungs in your back also. So if you want to switch it up, just do what's right for you. Making little movements along the way as you feel guided. Good. 2 more. And then we're going to push it into a down dog. All right, next time you come into that rounded cat, curl your toes and come into your down dog. Either walking or holding your down dog. We're going to be here about 10 deep breaths. If at any time you need to, you can move back into your tabletop or even a child's pose. Just keep breathing, opening up through the shoulders, straightening out your back, your arms, pushing all that weight back toward your seat bones. 3 more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, start walking your hands toward your feet until all of the weight is onto your feet. Bend your elbows, hold onto your elbows, and then just start swaying side to side. Just letting all of the blood go to your head. Swaying side to side. Good, about 3 more deep breaths. And then we're gonna come to center. Take your right hand onto the ground. If you needed to, you could put a block there if it's not touching easily. If this easily touches, just place that hand right under your shoulder. The left arm is gonna reach all the way up. Look up toward the ceiling and bend your right knee. So the stretch can go a little bit more into the left leg. Open up just a little bit more through the chest body. With 5 deep breaths. Good, on the exhalation, slowly lower it down. And we're just gonna do the same thing the other side. The left hand under your shoulder. Right arm comes up. Bend the left knee this time. Keep breathing through this, 5 more deep breaths. Good, on that exhalation, slowly bring it down. Now, if you have that block, go ahead and have that block right in front of you. And we're just going to lean all the way down into this and bend one knee and the other knee. Like you're walking your dog, but we're not worrying about any of our weight in our upper body. We're just really gonna focus on that low body, moving your hips side to side as you sway through this. Good, 5 more deep breaths here. Good, and now put all of your weight just onto your right foot. Hold that block right out in front of you, extend your left leg up. Remember, there's different heights to the block. Use it as you need to. And just like you're doing, almost like a supported warrior 3, flex your foot behind you, that left foot. Try to point your hips facing downward. Straighten up through your spine as best you can. Hold here, 5 deep breaths. Good, and then we're gonna slowly just hug it in. Let that leg go up even higher. You can point the toe. Hug in toward that right leg. 5 more deep breaths here. Good, and on that exhalation, lower your foot back down under your hip bones. And we're gonna go back into that swaying side to side bend, one knee and the other knee. Moving through the hips all the way up into the back. Just breathing through this. Good, 5 more deep breaths. And then we'll do our other side. All right, and then all of the weight onto the left side. Start bringing that right leg up at your own comfort. All the way into that left foot, flex your foot, and point your hips down. So the right foot is flexed, both hips point down. Draw that belly in, nice straight spine, 5 deep breaths here. Just look at something not moving. Good, and on your exhalation, lower it down into that reverse split. Bring that right leg up as high as comfortable. 5 more deep breaths here. And on the exhalation, bring it back down under your hip bones, both feet in line with the hip bones. Back onto that block. Go back into your sways, bending one knee and the other knee. Feel the hips loosen up, the low back. Stretch it out and move through it. Good, another 3 more deep breaths. And then we're gonna place our hands right in front of us. You can use the block if you need to. Bend your knees all the way down onto the ground. Point your toes, relax your feet. We're gonna either sit onto our heels or you can take this block and sit onto the block if it's not comfortable for you to sit onto your heels. And we're just gonna start leaning back. This is another one, it depends on your comfort level. How far you wanna lean back. I want you to focus first on feeling a stretch through your quad muscles. And then you're gonna start going back as deep as you want, as comfortable for you. Maybe you want to stop onto your forearms or take a moment to feel what that feels like. And then just go at your own comfort as low as you want to go. We're going to stay here 5 more deep breaths. Good, 1 more deep breath in. And on your exhalation, slowly come out the same way that you came in. Keep your legs like how they are. Maybe you want to even widen them up a little bit more. And then we're going to start pressing it forward into an extended arm child's pose. So widen your knees as much as comfortable. Bring your heels together just a little bit more. And then lower your forehead all the way down to the mat. Press those hands into the ground to help. And on your exhalation, walk your hands back up. Bring your knees together just a little bit more. Cross your legs behind you so that you can bring your legs forward. Cross your left ankle over your right leg. Your right leg is going to stay long here. And I want you to keep your left foot flexed. Start bringing the knee in as close as you can and then out. Do a few of these type of motions in and out. Use your hands to really help you. Feel how the stretch changes when you bring it in and then when you press it down. We're just warming up through the hip, and then we're gonna breathe into both of these different poses. This is our way to kind of dynamically warm up into it. Start adding a little bit of a twist when that knee comes up. Good, yeah, like you're trying to touch your opposite shoulder to knee. We have about 5 more breaths here, and then we're gonna stay hugging in that knee toward our opposite shoulder. Good. All right, and the next time that the knee is hugging in, keep that foot on the ground, hooking that elbow like you're trying to touch the knee toward the shoulder or more in the armpit area. And then just look behind your shoulder, that left shoulder. Good. Really hug in this bent left leg. You should be feeling the stretch through the IT band right there. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, let this knee open up. Keep it crossed over your leg. Start pretzeling up. Just bring the right knee all the way up and walk it in. Getting yourself into a tight little pretzel. Breathe, breathe into this. Make sure your foot stays flexed on that left side. Good, you could even float your hips off the ground just slightly to get even deeper into that. 5 more deep breaths here. This is the type of a pigeon pose. Same kind of stretch you'll get into the pigeon, which a lot of us get so tight here through the IT band, all the way up into the low back. Good, 1 more deep breath. And on the exhalation, straighten this leg back up. Bring your left leg as high up as you can. Relax the foot slightly. And actually you might need your ring or your strap here. So we're gonna start folding in to this right leg right in front of us. Before we hug into it, we're gonna take a few breath motions here. Just going down and up, moving with the breath. Try to reach towards your foot. If it's hard to touch your foot, get a strap or a ring to hold on to hug into that foot if you need it. We're just gonna go 5 up and down, and then we're gonna stay there and hug. Good, 3, 2, and the next time that we're down, stay here. Maybe you want to adjust that foot a little bit. Use any props that you need to. If it's easy to touch your foot, maybe you get a block. If it's hard to touch your foot, get a strap, a ring, a towel, or you can just hold with your hands. 5 deep breaths here. Good, 1 more deep breath in. On the exhalation, slowly walk it up and we'll come to our other side. So just straighten out that left leg, cross the right ankle over your left knee, and we're gonna start in that dynamic warm up where we hug it in and fold it out. Keeping that foot flex, that right foot flex the whole time. You can start moving into a little bit of a twist when you hug it in, and then just put as much weight as you want onto that leg when it comes out. Just make sure your foot stays flexed. That protects all of the ligaments in our knee so that when we're warming this up, we're not accidentally hurting ourselves. Good, now as you're moving through this, notice where you might be feeling some tension. If you are feeling any tension or resistance, and just start becoming aware of that so that when we hold the poses, you can try to send some extra breath, life force, pranayama energy into it. Good. About 3 more of these dynamic movements all the way through, and then we're going to stay and hug in that knee. All right, good. And then next time that you have that knee in, place the foot flat onto the ground, hook onto it's the right knee, left arm, and look behind your shoulder. With each breath, you could deepen that twist, stretching even your eyeballs. If you are feeling anything tight, try to relax and breathe into it. Good, 3 more deep breaths. And the exhalation slowly unwinds us. We're crossing the right ankle over the left knee, and we're gonna pretzel ourselves up, just like we did with the other side, making sure we keep that right foot flexed. And then just at your own comfort, get as tight in as you want, maybe even floating those hips off the ground. We're gonna have at least 5 deep breaths here. Move your head around too if it feels good. And think about when you're doing that pigeon pose, you're feeling that similar stretch through the IT band all the way into the low back. Just keep breathing into it. At your own comfort, you can get even closer. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And when you're ready, slowly lower your hips all the way down to the ground, extending this leg out, the left leg. You can bring the right leg in a little bit more if that's comfortable for you. Make sure those seat bones are nice and grounded, and then we're going to move with the breath. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling, folding down. Adjust yourself as needed. Use a prop if you need to catch your foot. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Good. A few more of these and then we'll stay hugging in. Good, and the next time that you're hugging in towards your foot, stay here with the option to use a prop as needed, either a block or a ring. Just keep extending through the heel. 5 deep breaths here. Good, 1 more deep breath in. And on your exhalation, slowly release. Now we're going to come back into that tabletop position. Just rock yourself up. Take a few cat-cow movements here, making sure your spine is nice, and long, resetting anything that might have shifted. Breathing into any tension, any resistance. Good, and then find a flat tabletop back. Inhale, reach your right arm all the way up, and then stretch your fingers. Give a few movements through your fingers. Just like crunching your hand and then lengthening out your fingers. As you breathe through this, really stretch out that whole arm. And now we're going to keep those fingers stretched. Sweep your arm down, under, and up. Moving with that breath. Sweeping through and up. If you want to try a balancing, you can extend your opposite leg and try to balance while you're here. It's an added challenge. Good, 2 more, and then we're going to keep that shoulder on the ground. Good, and the next time that the shoulder's on the ground, stay there. You could keep balancing if you wanted to, or you could lower the knee down. You could extend through the fingers, or you could wrap it around and put your arm in your opposite pocket as you stretch out that shoulder. Look up. Breathe. Good, 2 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, bring it back into tabletop position. We're going to keep the same right arm. It's going to go all the way out into a T, all the way down onto the ground, and we're going to just roll into it. So we're stretching it out. Instead of the inside, we're going the outside. So come all the way down onto the mat. Roll. We get an angle, you guys can see me. Roll all the way down so that you're opening up through that shoulder. Yeah, and use your left hand to help press, or you could also take a leg stretch here and hold on to your top leg with your arm. And your right arm is all the way out in that T position with the palm facing down. Good, 5 more deep breaths here. Good. And on your exhalation, bring your belly back to the ground. Come back to center. Press back into your tabletop position. Take a few cat-cows. Just feeling nice and strong and long through your muscles, through your spine. Good, and then finding that flat tabletop back whenever you're ready. Bringing your left arm up and doing the crunching through the hand and extending through the fingers. Giving those fingers some attention. Good, about 2 more deep breaths here. And then keeping those fingers nice and long, sweep down and up. And if you wanted to, you could add a balancing challenge here by extending the opposite leg. Good. 3 more, and then we'll stay and hug in and breathe. Good, and the next time that you have that shoulder tucked in, stay here and find your pose, whether it's your right hand Staying where it's at, extending through the fingers or wrapping around into your left pocket. And you have that option to balance as well. Good, 3 more deep breaths. And when you're ready, slowly coming out of it. You guys know what we're doing this time. We're taking that left arm out to T position, lowering your body all the way down. And then you can keep your right hand there and press, or you could take your top leg and take a quad stretch as well. So we're just doing the same shoulder, but it's more on the front part of your shoulder rather than the back part of your shoulder. Good, 3 more deep breaths. Good, and on your exhalation, slowly release, coming in to that tabletop position. Taking a few of these cat-cows, resetting through the spine. Good, and then we're gonna come all the way up onto our knees. Interlace your fingers behind you. Then make sure your knees are in line with your hips or slightly in front. Start leaning back, opening up through the chest, stretching your arms. 5 deep breaths here. Good, 1 more deep breath. Now keep your arms where they're at, slowly tucking your chin into your chest. Maybe widen your knees a little bit more. We're gonna come into a child's pose with the arms staying bound behind your back. Press your forehead onto the mat, breathe. And now lift your hips, place your crown of your head onto the mat. So everything is the same behind you. Your arms are still behind you, but come up onto the crown of your head. Good, 1 more deep breath here. And on your exhalation, slowly come back all the way up, pressing those hips forward. Remember which pinky is on the bottom. So if you have your right pinky on the bottom, remember that. Now release your arms and then just sway arms side to side. Looking behind you as you sway. Good. Should feel kind of fun, like you're running in a field. Good, twisting. About 3 more deep breaths. And then we're gonna bring both arms back behind us. Now, whatever pinky you had on the bottom last time, switch it. So I had my right pinky on the bottom, now I'm gonna put my left pinky on the bottom. Press those hips forward, straighten up your arms, and press those arms back. Lift up the chin, 5 breaths. On your exhalation, tuck your chin into your chest. We're coming back into this child's pose with the arms staying behind us, and then placing your forehead onto the mat. 5 more deep breaths here, and we're coming to the crown of our head. Now keep the arms just like they are. Shift the hips up so that you can come onto the crown of your head. And on the exhalation, lift the hips up. We're gonna go back into the swinging the arms, side to side. Looking whichever way your arms are going. Good, just loosening up any tension. All right, we're gonna come into a headstand. So it's back to where we were with the crown of the head onto the mat. You can stay with the forearms onto the ground. You could stay right here if you wanted to. Or you could bend the elbows so that the hands are on the ground. You could stay right here. Especially if you have any neck issues, don't go any farther than this. Now, if you wanted to, you could try to balance, placing your legs onto your arms and holding here. So some people like to take it even farther and place their legs in the air. I don't like doing that. That's too scary for me. So just do whatever you want to do. 3 more deep breaths. And when you're ready, slowly come out, rounding up through the spine. Cross your legs behind you so your legs can come straight out in front. Start finding the center of our mat. We're gonna start preparing for our Savasana, but before we get there, rock so those seat bones are nice and grounded. Reach your arms forward, see if you can catch onto your feet and just hold here in this forward fold position. While you're here, rock those hips side to side so you can really get grounded through your seat bones and just start sinking at your own comfort level, melting into the breath. 5 more deep breaths here, and we're gonna slowly start lowering down. Now let's try to stay low. Release your hands from your legs and just stretch out as far as you can, like somebody's pulling your fingers from the other end of the room, reaching you as far as possible. Stay here, breathe, 5 more deep breaths. Just keep pulling those hands forward. Good. Reach 3, 2, 1. Now tuck the tailbone in. Keep reaching your arms forward. Tuck in that tailbone and squeeze your glutes as you slowly start feeling each vertebrae coming onto the mat as slowly as you can. Feel the vertebrae. Right before you're about to touch your shoulders onto the mat, bring your knees into your chest, in and out, in and out. Just about 5 times, and then we're gonna hold them out and hover our arms and legs And squeeze and hold, and then we'll release into Savasana. Good, 3, 2, and the next time those legs are out there, hold them out, open up slightly, hold and squeeze for 5, 4, 3, good, nice hollow belly, 2, 1, release into Savasana. Take a big deep breath. Just sigh it out. And just feeling your energy going into the earth, making any little adjustments that you need so your hips and your shoulders feel nice and grounded. Your spine should feel nice and long. Let the feet fall out to the side, let the arms and the hands come open. And just breathe. Focusing on the breath. When you're ready, just start making small movements, wiggling fingers and toes, moving your head side to side, blinking your eyes, bringing the awareness back to the space around you. And then bring both knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug, and then start rolling to your right side, where we all began in our seed pose. Take another breath or two in that seed pose. When you're ready, using your left hand to press you into seated position. Nice, comfortable seated position. Inhaling, reaching the arms all the way up. Palms touching at the top, and rub your hands together. Rub, 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 rub. Feeling the heat, feeling the friction, the energy that was always there. That is neither created nor destroyed. You can change the energy however you'd like. And whenever you feel that nice and hot friction energy, placing the right hand on the crown of your head and the left hand onto your heart. And just feel the energy of the crown of your head, of your heart energy. Breathe into it. And we're going to bring our palms together. We're going to take an Om. I haven't done an Om in a while to activate the throat chakra. Take a big deep breath in. When you're ready, let out your Om. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.